Your first book is not your career. It is your audition. I know that is hard to hear. You poured years into that book. You revised it dozens of times. You bled for it. And now I am telling you it is just the beginning. But here is why that is actually good news. It means you do not have to be perfect. It means one book's failure does not end your career. It means you have time to learn, to grow, to find your audience. The pressure is off, because you're not building a book, you're building a body of work. Welcome back to Unseen Author Journeys. I am Luigi Pascal Rondanini. In episode 7, we talked about the mindset shift from artist to entrepreneur. In episode 8, we talked about building your platform over 5 years. Today, we are zooming out even further. We are talking about the multi-book strategy, why the authors who succeed think in terms of 5 books, not 1, why your backlist is your retirement plan, why every book you write makes all your other books more valuable. This is the long game, and it changes everything. Let me tell you about 2 authors. Author A writes a book, spends 3 years on it, launches it with everything they have. It sells 2,000 copies. Disappointing, but not terrible. Author A is devastated. 3 years of work for 2,000 sales. They question whether they should keep writing. They take a year off to recover emotionally. Eventually, they start another book. Author B also writes a book, also spends 3 years, also launches it, also sells 2,000 copies. But author B reacts differently. 2,000 readers, they think. 2,000 people who might buy my next book. 2,000 people on a journey with me. Author B immediately starts the next book, finishes it in 18 months, this time because they have learned. Launches it, sells 3,000 copies plus another 500 copies of book 1 from the new readers who discover them. Author B starts book 3, finishes it in a year, sells 4,000 copies plus another 1,000 copies combined from books 1 and 2. By year 7, Author A has 2 books and maybe 5,000 total sales. By year 7, Author B has 4 books and 20,000 total sales. Same starting point, same first book performance, completely different outcome. The difference is not talent, it is strategy. Author B understood something Author A did not. Every book sells every other book. This is the most important concept in author career strategy. Every book sells every other book. When someone discovers your 4th book and loves it, what do? They look for more. They find books 1, 2, and 3. They buy them. When someone finishes your first book and wants more, what do? They look for your other work. If you have more books, they buy them. If you do not, they move on to another author. A reader who loves your work will buy everything you have written, but only if you have written more than one thing. This is why prolific authors outperform perfectionist authors. Not because quantity beats quality, but because quantity multiplies quality. 5 good books will always outperform 1 great book, because 5 good books give readers 5 chances to discover you. 5 good books create a backlist that sells while you sleep. 5 good books build a career. 1 great book, no matter how great, is a lottery ticket. And most lottery tickets lose. Let me talk about backlist income. Your backlist is every book you have published except your newest one. For most successful authors, backlist income is the majority of their earnings, not their new releases, their old books. Think about that. You write a book, it launches, it has a sales spike, then it settles into a steady trickle of sales, maybe 10 copies a month, maybe 50, maybe 100. That trickle continues for years, sometimes decades. Now, multiply that by 5 books, or 10 books, or 20 books. Each one trickling sales every month, each one finding new readers, each one sending those readers to your other books. An author with 10 books selling 20 copies each per month is selling 200 books a month, 2,400 books a year, without launching anything new. That is backlist income, that is passive income for authors, that is the closest thing to retirement planning that writers have. and you only get there by writing more books. I want to address the perfectionism problem. Some of you are thinking, I cannot rush my work, quality takes time, I would rather write one masterpiece than 5 mediocre books. I understand that instinct, I respect it, but let me challenge it. First, how do you know your first book will be a masterpiece? Most authors' best work is not their first book. It is their third, their fifth, their 10th, because writing is a skill, and skills improve with practice. The book you are polishing for 3 extra years might be worse than the book you would write if you moved on and applied what you learned. Second, readers do not want masterpieces. They want books they enjoy. The difference between a great book and a good book matters less than you think. What matters is whether readers connect with your work, whether it moves them, whether it gives them what they came for. A good book that exists beats a perfect book that does not. Third, perfectionism is often fear in disguise. If you never finish, you never have to face rejection. If you keep revising forever, you never have to launch and risk failure. Perfectionism feels like high standards. Sometimes it is just hiding. I am not saying to publish garbage, I am saying to publish good work, and then publish more good work, and keep going. The market will tell you what resonates. You cannot figure that out by endlessly polishing in isolation. Let me give you a framework for thinking about your body of work. I call it the 5-book career. The idea is simple. Do not think about your current book. Think about your next 5 books. Where are they going? How do they connect? What is the through line? This changes your decision making. Instead of asking, is this book perfect? You ask, does this book move my career forward? Instead of asking, will this book make me famous? You ask, does this book build towards something bigger? Instead of asking, what if this book fails? You ask, what will I learn that helps book 2? The 5-book career removes the pressure from any single project, because no single project has to carry the whole weight. Here is what a 5-book career might look like for a non-fiction author. Book 1 establishes your expertise. It is your foundational text, the thing that proves you know what you are talking about. Book 2 goes deeper on one aspect of Book 1. It serves the readers who wanted more on that specific topic. Book 3 goes deeper on a different aspect. Same audience, different angle. Book 4 is the practical application. Workbooks, templates, exercises. It serves readers who love the ideas but want help implementing them. Book 5 is the advanced text. It serves the readers who have mastered the basics and want to go further. 5 books, same core expertise. Each one sells the others. Here is what it might look like for a fiction author. Book 1 introduces your world and characters. It is standalone but has serious potential. Books 2, 3, and 4 continue the story or explore the same world with different characters. They reward loyal readers while remaining accessible to new ones. Book 5 is either the conclusion or a fresh start, a new series that your existing readers will follow you to. 5 books, connected but not dependent, each one a door into your work. The specific plan matters less than having a plan, because when you know where you are going, each book becomes a step instead of a gamble. Let me talk about series versus standalones. For most authors, series outperform standalones. The reason is read-through. Read-through is the percentage of readers who finish one book and buy the next. In a good series, read-through can be 50 to 70%. That means if 1,000 people buy book 1, 500 to 700 will buy book 2. With standalones, there is no automatic read-through. Readers have to actively seek out your other work. Many will not bother. Series also help with marketing. You can make book 1 free or cheap to hook readers, knowing they will pay full price for books 2, 3, and 4. You cannot do that with standalones. Series build anticipation. Readers who loved book 1 will wait eagerly for book 2. They will pre-order. They will tell their friends. You have built-in demand before you even finish writing. This does not mean you should only write series. Some stories are meant to be standalones. Some authors hate writing series. But if you are thinking strategically about your career, series are powerful. Even loosely connected series. Books that share a world but can be read in any order. Books that feature different protagonists but overlap in time and place. Connection creates stickiness. Stickiness creates careers. I want to talk about the timing of releases. How often should you publish? The honest answer is, as often as you can without sacrificing quality. For most authors, that is one book per year. Some can do two, a few can do more. What you want to avoid is long gaps. If you publish a book and then disappear for 3 years, your readers forget about you. The momentum you built evaporates. You have to start over with each release. Consistency matters more than speed. One book per year for 5 years beats 2 books in year 1 and then nothing for 4 years. The algorithm rewards consistency. Amazon, in particular, favors authors who publish regularly. Your visibility improves. Your also bought recommendations improve. Your overall discoverability improves. Your readers reward consistency too. They know when to expect your next book. They build you into their reading habits. They trust that you will keep delivering. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds careers. Let me address the authors who write in multiple genres. Should you stick to one genre or write across many? There are arguments on both sides. The case for sticking to one genre. Your readers know what to expect. Your backlist all sells each other. Your brand is clear. You become known as the person who writes that kind of book. The case for multiple genres. You do not get bored. You reach different audiences. You have more creative freedom. If one genre declines, you have others to fall back on. My take is this. If you write in multiple genres, use pen names. Not to hide who you are, but to set reader expectations. A reader who loves your cozy mysteries does not necessarily want your dark thrillers. If both are under the same name, they might buy your thriller, hate it, and never buy from you again. Separate names let you build separate brands, separate audiences, separate backlists that each sell themselves. You can be open about the pen names. Many authors are. The point is not secrecy. The point is clarity. When a reader picks up a book with a certain name on it, they should know what they are getting. I want to talk about the compound math of a multi-book career. Let us say you write one book per year for 10 years. Let us say each book, on average, sells 50 copies per month after its launch period settles. That is low. That is a modest performer. In year 1, you have one book selling 50 copies per month, 600 copies per year. In year 2, you have 2 books, 100 copies per month, 1200 per year. In year 5, you have 5 books, 250 copies per month, 3000 per year. In year 10, you have 10 books, 500 copies per month, 6000 per year. And remember, each new book also bumps sales of your old books, so the real numbers are higher. At £10 royalty per book, 6,000 sales is £60,000 per year, from backlist alone. Before your next launch, that is the compound math of a multi-book career. It does not require any single book to be a bestseller, it just requires you to keep going. Let me talk about what to do when a book fails. Because some of your books will fail. That is not pessimism, that is reality. The book you thought would break out will sink without a trace. The series you planned will not find an audience. The genre you tried will not work for you. When that happens, you have 2 choices. You can quit, conclude that you are not cut out for this, let one failure define your career. Or you can learn and continue. What did the failure teach you? Was it the wrong genre, the wrong market, the wrong timing, the wrong cover, the wrong positioning? Every failure contains information. Your job is to extract that information and apply it to your next book. In a multi-book career, failure is not fatal. It is feedback. The authors who build long careers are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail, learn, and keep publishing. Your 5th book might be your breakout, but you will never get there if you quit after book 2. I want to give you permission to write fast. Not sloppy, fast. There is a difference. Many authors believe that good writing must be slow. That speed indicates carelessness, that real artists labor over every sentence. This is a myth. Some of the best authors in history were prolific. Anthony Trollope wrote 47 novels while working full-time at the post office. George Simenon wrote over 400 novels. Isaac Asimov published over 500 books. Speed does not preclude quality. Often, speed produces quality. Because when you write fast, you stay in flow, you maintain momentum, you do not overthink every sentence into paralysis. The first draft can be fast, the revision can be careful. These are different phases with different speeds. If you are writing slowly because you are perfecting as you go, you are probably making your work worse, not better. Write fast, revise thoughtfully, publish consistently. That is the formula. Let me bring this together. Your first book is not your career, it is your beginning. The authors who succeed think in terms of 5 books, 10 books, a lifetime of books. They know that every book sells every other book. They know that backlist income is the key to sustainability. They know that consistency beats intensity. They do not put all their hopes on one project. They spread the risk across many projects. They build a body of work that compounds over time. If your first book underperforms, that is okay. Write the next one. If your third book flops, that is okay. Write the fourth one. If it takes 5 books to find your audience, that is okay. Most authors do not find their audience until book 3 or 4. The only way to fail as an author is to stop writing. Everything else is just learning. In episode 7, we talked about thinking like an entrepreneur. In episode 8, we talked about building your platform. Today, we talked about building your body of work. These 3 things work together. The entrepreneurial mindset keeps you strategic. The platform connects you with readers. The body of work gives readers something to buy. All 3, over time, consistently. That is how author careers are built. Before I go, 2 recommendations. First, if you are working on a book and want help with the craft side, check out my other podcast, The Architect's Method. It is a 14-episode series on vision-first writing. The idea is that you should be able to see your entire story before you write a single word. The Architect's Method teaches you how to build that vision, how to structure your book before you draft it. So, when you sit down to write, you know exactly where you're going. That clarity is what lets you write fast without sacrificing quality. Episode 1 is available now. New episodes every Friday. You can find it on Spotify. Second, if you want to see what building beyond the book looks like in practice, visit bloodandbones.rondanini.com. It is an interactive experience for my upcoming fiction book, Blood and Bone, a story about vampire physiology. The website has games, music, and more. It is an example of what we have been talking about in this series, not just writing books, but creating worlds, building ecosystems around your work, giving readers multiple ways to engage. Check it out. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this episode helped you think bigger about your career, share it with a writer friend who is stuck on book 1. Until next time, keep writing, keep publishing, keep building. See you in episode 10.